If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, August 12, 2013. I'm Tiffany Elias. As you may have heard by now, Olympian Caitlin Leverenz has recently committed to a sponsorship with Arena. Jeff Cummings had the opportunity to interview Caitlin on her decision. Here it is.
I'm sitting here next to Olympic bronze medalist Caitlin Leverenz. Caitlin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
So, big news for you this week. You just signed with Arena. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm, excited for partnership, and I think it's a great company. I'm excited to wear the suits and be a professional athlete.
So, this is probably very new for you to, negotiate a kind of contract, because you've just been a professional swimmer for about, 6 months now. So was that kind of an intimidating thing for you to do that?
Absolutely. It was a hard process. It was an intimidating process. It was a lot of phone calls and emails, and definitely a lot of time and energy spent there. But I think it's worth it in the end, and a good learning experience for me. I think going in, for this part of my career as well as the post-swimming part of my career.
What was harder, choosing the college you wanted to go to, or choosing which swimsuit company you wanted to be sponsored by?
Honestly, I think both of them were tough decisions on one hand, but at the same way they were easy and came natural to me. I think both going to Cal and both signing with Arena felt right. There's something about it that really in both avenues, the people, the environment, the way, the place, and how I will be working just was the right place, the right fit, and it clicked with me pretty much right away.
So has life as a professional swimmer felt any different for you?
Well, I can make money, so that's different. Maybe I'll go shopping or something.
Right.
It's a different kind of pressure going into a meet, I'd say. You're as a collegiate athlete, I never would thought if I place this, this placing, then I can get X amount of money, and now that thought runs through my head, and I have to kind of, take a step back and remember that I don't swim because of money. I swim because I love the sport, and for so many other reasons. And there is the reality that I have to, I have to pay the bills, but at the same time, I want to keep looking at the sport in the way I've looked at it my entire life. That I love the sport, and I love racing, I love competing, and that's really why I do it.
And I know you probably didn't have the result you wanted early this week in the 200 IM out of the medals, but what do you take from the experience of being here at World Championships?
It's been a great experience. I think every year has just been so different, in my swimming career, especially since I've kind of been on the international level. And going after the year after the Olympics is a really hard year. And I don't know if people didn't warn me or I just didn't listen when people warned me, but it's been a tough year, and I think I'm proud of my results for the fact that I could still, despite kind of emotional and mental and even some physical struggles throughout kind of the entire year, that I still made the team, I still came, and I still gave it my best. And obviously I'm disappointed and have kind of a chip on my back that I'm ready to get back to work now. I'm ready to work for 3 years and focus on the next big meet.
Yeah, I mean, you can always take away that, despite every trouble you had with this past year, you're top 8 in the world. And
right.
That is something to always take away from it. I mean, I remember when I was on the national team, I never got as high as you did, but when you go to an international meet, you go through all that preparation and everything, and you don't have the swim that you want, you could always, it may take a year, it may take a couple of years, and you look back and say, well, I was still top 8 in the world, and I think that's probably something to relish for your whole life.
Yeah, and I think that, the also thing that gives me comfort is if I had been able to go what I went last year, I would have been right in the hunt for a medal, and I think I'm fully capable of that, whether it not be this moment, it might be, in a little, couple more months of training, but down the road, but you know, I think I still have the potential, I know, to be right in there.
A lot of people were talking about how close the bond was with the USA team at the Olympics. Was that still the case here in Barcelona?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's different because I think an Olympic year is just everything is heightened, everything is magnified, and so it's definitely been, you know, kind of like I said, every year has been different, and this team has been very different, but at the same time, you know, we've been together for a shorter period of time, and I feel like a lot of those people I know so well, and a lot of them did come, we all swam in the Olympics together last year, which helped a lot, but this team I'm just particularly impressed with how well the rookies have stepped up. You know, we've had some absolute, like, great performances from people who've really never swam at this kind of level before, and also just the fight that the team has, and, you know, whether it be Simone being pissed she wasn't on the relay, and she's, you know, that girl's going to find a way to be on a finals relay because she wasn't on this one, or David Plummer slipping on his start yesterday in the 50 backstroke and fighting, like, to kill himself to finish that 50 and not just give it up, is like just different ways that people show it. I just think that the team and, you know, the relay is doing so well, I think is a great, you know, testament to that the team fights really, really well.
Right, yeah, and everybody remembers the Call Me Maybe video that you were a part of. Was there any thought, any discussion about trying to back that up this year?
We thought about it, we talked about it, and we kind of laughed about it, and I think Call Me Maybe is one of those special things that kind of came together last year, and I don't know if we can ever redo it or remake it, you know, like maybe if I make the next Olympic team we can, you know, do a full short film or something. I don't know, that's probably too much, but it's hard to you know, it's hard to replicate something like that. I think it was a one-time kind of thing and special for the 2012 year.
You're right. You probably don't want to outwear your welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Caitlin, congratulations again on signing with Arena.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing not just the next year, but how things continue to develop for you the next 3 years.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Well, let's hope Caitlin and Team USA can continue to produce fun videos like Call Me Maybe. That's it for today's show. Thanks for watching.